What do fertilizers, diesel fuel, and the glass in your windows all have in common? They're all made using an often overlooked resource, hydrogen. Hydrogen plays a critical role in the economy today, but how we produce it matters. By using low emissions methods to make hydrogen, we can unlock major benefits for both the environment and the economy. As China, the European Union, Japan, and other economies race to expand their clean hydrogen industries, it's important for the United States to accelerate its momentum and avoid falling behind in this strategic sector. First, let's talk about what hydrogen actually is. Hydrogen is one of the most common elements on Earth and the universe, actually, but it's usually found bonded with other elements. Hydrogen is in water, natural gas, for example. But to get pure hydrogen, we need to separate it from other molecules, which can be done through several different methods. That's why you'll often hear about different colors of hydrogen, even though hydrogen molecules themselves are colorless. Some of the most commonly referenced kinds are gray, blue, and green hydrogen. Let's break them all down. Some methods extract hydrogen from natural gas. This process releases carbon emissions, and that's called gray hydrogen. But if we capture and store most of these carbon emissions, it becomes blue hydrogen. Green hydrogen uses renewable electricity to split water into hydrogen and oxygen using a process called electrolysis. And if nuclear energy is used to power electrolysis, that's called pink hydrogen. Electrolysis produces only water vapor and heat, no carbon emissions. Now that we understand what hydrogen is, let's talk about how we use it. Hydrogen can be used to fuel vehicles, industrial equipment such as forklifts, and even backup generators. It's also used in oil refining to remove sulfur and other pollutants from fuels, making them cleaner burning. Hydrogen is also very relevant for America's farmlands because it's used to make ammonia, which is the key ingredient in most fertilizers. Hydrogen even helps make methanol, which is an essential building block for the production of plastics and chemicals found in paints, adhesives, and tons of other everyday products. Hydrogen can even help cut emissions in industries like steel and cement, where it can support the chemical process itself or provide high temperature heat. It can also potentially be used for electricity generation along with natural gas, which some companies are already experimenting with. If low carbon hydrogen or clean hydrogen were used in all of these processes, it would substantially reduce the emissions associated with them. Clean hydrogen is a solution that has enjoyed bipartisan support in the past. Lawmakers from both parties have backed clean hydrogen programs and initiatives in recent years and have recognized its strategic value. One initiative that has enjoyed support from both sides of the aisle is the Department of Energy's Regional Clean Hydrogen Hubs program. These hubs act as regional centers for clean hydrogen to be produced, stored, and connected with end uses like shipping, trucking, or manufacturing. Think of them like regional energy ecosystems designed to foster and build a national network of clean hydrogen producers, consumers, and transportation infrastructure. DOE awarded funds for the launch of 7 of these hubs across the country in places like Texas, Appalachian states like West Virginia and Pennsylvania, and even in the American heartland, touching Minnesota and the Dakotas. From coast to coast, they are jumpstarting local clean hydrogen economies. These hubs are designed to create jobs, stimulate regional economies, and prove that hydrogen can work at scale anywhere in the United States. We also have a policy designed to work in tandem with the hubs, Section 45V, or the Clean Hydrogen Production Tax Credit. It's a tiered credit, meaning the cleaner the hydrogen, the larger the credit. And in recent years, the private sector has announced more than $33.6 billion in investments in hydrogen production and electrolyzer manufacturing nationwide, largely catalyzed by policies like 45V and the hydrogen hubs. The economic and strategic potential of clean hydrogen can't be understated. Let's take just one form of clean hydrogen, blue hydrogen. The US currently has an estimated 9.8 million metric tons of annual blue hydrogen production capacity under development. If we use that amount only to generate electricity, It would be enough to power over 18 million homes. These projects could also support 62,000 operational jobs each year and generate around 12.3 billion annually in GDP. Imagine what's possible if we keep this momentum going. So, as you can see, continued investment in clean hydrogen technologies is imperative. Without incentives like 45V or the hydrogen hubs, tens of thousands of jobs and billions in investment could slip overseas. Meanwhile, other nations are racing ahead. China is pouring state-backed funds into its hydrogen sector. Japan, South Korea, and European countries are building out their clean hydrogen supply chains. Middle Eastern nations like Saudi Arabia, Oman, or the UAE are leveraging their abundant energy resources in an effort to become leading clean hydrogen exporters. If the US doesn't move quickly to build out its clean hydrogen sector now, we risk falling behind in the global race for leadership in clean hydrogen. Bottom line, clean hydrogen can do more than cut emissions. It can become the linchpin of America's next cutting-edge energy industry. If America continues to invest in clean hydrogen technologies, we're setting ourselves up for decades of growth. Want to know more about how hydrogen is shaping our everyday lives? Follow CRES and CRES Forum on social media or visit cresenergy.com.